All right, good evening. The October 22nd, 2025 regular meeting of the Murrieta Planning Commission is called to order. It is 6:02 p.m. Madam Secretary, would you please call the roll for determination of a quorum?
Thank you, Chair. Chair Vrooman.
Here.
Vice Chair Wojcik.
Here.
Commissioner LaPaglia.
Here.
Commissioner DeSena. Commissioner Rose.
Here.
Let the record reflect all commissioners with the exception of Commissioner DeSena with an excused absent.
With that, that moves us on to the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you all please stand? And Commissioner Wojcik, would you please lead us with the Pledge of Allegiance?
And over your heart, ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next item up is the approval of the agenda. Looking to my colleagues here, are there any changes to the agenda? Okay, with that, I'd like to clarify, because we actually have two meetings here. We have the May 14th, 2025 and the May 28th, 2025. What I'd like to do is split them up into two separate votes because there's two separate dates and we have some different people that were here on those dates and not here tonight. And I just want to make sure that if we're going to pass them or the opportunity that we look at them each separately. So let's start with the May 14th.
Do we want to just approve the agenda first,
okay,
and then we'll get to that?
Did I move on to, okay,
So,
yeah,
no,
I'm sorry.
So if we understand, Chair, you just want to break up the minutes into
Yeah,
two
the minutes,
votes?
yes. So,
and we can say, so we'll add that to the agenda, that we're going to do that in two votes, and then we got to approve the agenda.
okay, so splitting up the minutes for the agenda, that would be my change, that we're going to split those up, okay? So with that, anyone like to, well, I guess I'm making a motion to split it up, so. And anybody want a second?
I'll second your motion to approve the agenda.
Okay, with that, we have a motion and a second. Let's go ahead and register our votes. And just for the record here, we're going to have to verbally get our motions and our seconds, but we can cast our votes electronically. They're not showing up on the screen here.
Okay.
Are you able to do that?
Is yours able to make the motion?
No, we can't make the motions electronically, so they have to be done. But I've been told we can cast a vote. The motion button isn't working.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, well, I guess it's working now. So okay. I did motion.
Yeah, and I've second.
Okay.
Yep. Looks like it disappeared.
Yeah, so we do have the motion and the second electronically registering. We're just waiting for the actual ability to cast a vote electronically.
Okay. Motion carries unanimously, 4-0.
Okay, but I didn't vote.
Yeah, we didn't vote.
Oh, I saw it on there. Okay, let me.
No, we did the motion and the second, but we had no.
It's good how you predicted, though, the outcome.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
There it is.
Motion carries unanimously, 4-0.
Okay, very good. Okay, with the revised agenda. So this moves us on to public comments. At this time, we'll take public comments. Any person may address the Planning Commission on any subject pertaining to city business, which does not relate to any item listed on the agenda or the consent calendar. Normally, no action may be considered or taken by the Planning Commission on any matter not listed on the agenda. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes. Madam Secretary, do we have any non-agenda public comments?
Seeing none.
Thank you. Then I will close the public comments portion. And now this moves on to the approval of minutes. As mentioned before, we're going to vote on the first approval of minutes, and this would be specifically the May 14th. And just for the record.
Who was in attendance that night?
I'm sorry?
Who was in attendance?
I'm going to read that.
Sorry.
So it was myself, Commissioner Wojcik, Commissioner LaPaglia, and Mr. DeSena, who was not here. Now, with that, we can cast the vote. Mr. Rose, if you've viewed the minutes online.
Hold 1 second. We're determining how we're going to do this. We're going to do it orally because it's not split up as two on the system.
Right. Okay. So we'll do this orally, and which means we'll go back to taking the motion and the second, and we'll do a voice vote for the approval. So, and just for clarification, Commissioner Rose, you weren't here on that night, but if you've viewed the meeting online and you feel comfortable voting on the minutes as listed in tonight's agenda, then you're free to cast your vote or abstain or do whatever. So with that, I'll go ahead and ask for a motion on the May 14th minutes.
I'll move approval.
And I'll second.
Okay, with that, we have a motion by Commissioner Wojcik and a second by Commissioner LaPaglia. And go ahead and ask for a voice vote. Madam Secretary.
Chair Vrooman.
Aye.
Vice Chair Wojcik.
Aye.
Commissioner LaPaglia.
Aye.
Commissioner DeSena. Commissioner Rose.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously, 4-0.
Okay, with that, that now moves us on to the May 28th Commission meeting. At that meeting, I was here in attendance, Commissioner LaPaglia and Commissioner DeSena. Commissioner Wojcik, you were not here that evening, and then Mr. DeSena is not here tonight. And again, Mr. Rose, you could cast your vote based upon if you viewed the meeting minutes. So with that, looking for a motion to approve the May 28th meeting.
I'll move approval.
And I'll second.
Okay, again, motion by Commissioner Wojcik and second by Commissioner LaPaglia. Madam Secretary, will you do a roll call vote, please?
Chair Vrooman.
Aye.
Vice Chair Wojcik.
Aye.
Commissioner LaPaglia.
Aye.
Commissioner Rose.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously, 4-0.
Okay. So with that, now that this closes the passing of the minutes, and now this moves us on to, I believe, our public hearing. Yes. So with that, we have our first item up, which is tentative parcel map 39163, plan maps 2025-00022 to subdivide 5.0 acres into two parcels located north of Murrieta Hot Springs Road and east of Alta Murrieta Road. Are there any members of the Planning Commission that wishes to abstain or recuse themselves from this item?
No.
Seeing none, we'll move on to staff presentation. Mr. Watts, you have the floor.
Thank you. Just waiting for the, all right. So good evening, Chairman Vrooman and fellow commissioners. Dennis Watts, Senior Planner in the Development Services Department. So the project before you tonight is a two-lot subdivision within a 5-acre parcel that is located east of Interstate 215 and Alta Murrieta and north of Murrieta Hot Springs Road. Parcel is located within an existing commercial center named Murrieta Town Center East, where there are existing improvements to a portion of the lot, such as a restaurant, parking lot, landscape, and a portion remains vacant of any improvements. On the exhibit, you could see the dashed line, which represents the property site. Then you have Murrieta Hot Springs Road at the bottom of the screen. You could see the Interstate 215 along the left-hand side of your screen, and Alta Murrieta Drive a little further to your right. And then within the parcel itself, you could see kind of in the near the upper edge, you could see a kind of a dirt area, and that's the vacant lot within that parcel. With that, the project tonight, it's a tentative parcel map, 39163, and it proposes to create two parcels. Parcel 1 is about 1.6 acres. Parcel 2 is about 3.4 acres. There's existing reciprocal access easements for access from Murrieta Hot Springs Road and Alta Murrieta Road to the proposed parcels. New access easements will be required between parcel 1 and 2, and I'll go into more detail in a couple slides. This exhibit shows the zoning within for the property. So with Murrieta Hot Springs Road and Alta Murrieta, it's shown in gray. The property site has a general plan designation of commercial, and then it's a zoning of neighborhood commercial, and that's the area that's outlined in blue, and it's shaded in a kind of a pink color. So to the east is zoned single family 1, that's a yellow area, and also to the north. And then across Alta Murrieta Road, you have a commercial zoning. And then down below Murrieta Hot Springs Road, it's the purple area, that's all regional commercial. So the map, again, proposes to create two lots. Parcel 1 is the parcel colored in blue, which is closest to Murrieta Hot Springs Road, has an existing restaurant, 99 parking spaces, some drive aisles, and landscaping, while parcel 2, shown in yellow, has existing landscaping, drive aisles, parking, and then the vacant pad. This map is consistent with the zoning requirements as it meets minimum lot size and has access to the public street. I'd like to emphasize, no development is proposed or authorized as part of this map. So this exhibit is pretty much the same exhibit as the previous one, except it shows a little bit of the hatching and some coloring for the access easements. So you have the purple outline, which is an existing access easement, and that's from Murrieta Hot Springs Road. It goes through within the existing shopping center, and then it ties into the current proposed map. Also, it stretches up to the top of the screen, which ultimately leads to Alta Murrieta. So those are existing access easements. And then the one in orange, you could see it kind of really is more intended to connect parcel 1 and parcel 2 to the existing easements. And that makes it where there's reciprocal access between those lots and also the existing easements to get to Alta Murrieta Road and Murrieta Hot Springs. So with that, project is deemed to be exempt from CEQA pursuant to section 15315, minor land divisions, so it's less than 4 parcels. It's in conformance with the general plan and zoning. There's no variances or exceptions. All services and access are available. There's no larger subdivision within the last 2 years, and the average slope is under 20%. With that, staff recommends the Planning Commission consider and approve the notice of exemption and adopt a resolution based on the findings subject to the conditions of approval contained in the staff reports. And this concludes staff's presentation, and I'm available for any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Watts. We'll go ahead and I'll open it up for any questions by commission members to Mr. Watts. I'll start down at the end. Mr. LaPaglia.
No questions as far as its conformance. It's just kind of interesting because it's one of the original developments, I feel like, in Murrieta, over there in Alta Murrieta. I don't even know that vacant land still existed back there, to be honest, and I go to that shopping center. But yeah, I think everything conforms with what it needs to, and I don't really see an issue with it, so no questions. Thank you.
Commissioner Rose.
I don't have any questions right now, thank you.
Commissioner Wojcik.
Just real quick, Dennis, can you go back to, real quick, Dennis, can you go back to the, there you go. So the reciprocal access easements, the purple line, right?
Correct.
And then, is there anything presently there? Is that parking lot right now?
Yeah, what you could see are there's existing parking spaces. They're in both parcels 1 and parcel 2.
Okay. That's where the new, that's the current, that's the current.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is all existing improvements out there.
Got it. Okay. Okay, answer my question, thanks.
Okay, I have no questions. With that, do we have any, do we have the developer or any, the property owner that would like to address the commission at all?
You know, the applicant is here, didn't necessarily have a presentation or anything
Okay.
at this point.
I just thought I'd offer. So with that, do we have any, we'll go ahead and start with public testimony. And public testimony, 6:18 PM. It's now open. Madam Secretary, do we have any public comments regarding this item? Any proponents, starting with the proponents, opponents, and then those neutral?
Seeing none?
Okay, we'll go ahead and close the public comment section. Okay, with that, bring it up for any discussion. Anybody have any other further comments before we take a vote? Mr. Steele?
I can read the recommendation for the chair when you're ready.
Okay.
Just one more question on the same slide, Dennis. The darker yellow shaded area, is that slope?
Are you talking about the one to the right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all existing slope. So, yeah, it's darker because it just shows a bunch of the contour lines.
Okay.
All right, with that, I'll take you up on your offer, Mr. Steele, if you want to read the resolution, and then we'll go ahead and get a motion in a second.
Yes, Chair. The recommendation is consider and approve the environmental determination. The project is categorically exempt pursuant to Section 15315, Class 15 of the Guidelines for the Implementation of the California Environmental Quality Act, California Code of Regulations, Title 14, and adopt the resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Murrieta approving tentative parcel map number 39163 to subdivide 5.08 acres into two parcels located north of Murrieta Hot Springs Road and east of Alta Murrieta Road, based on the findings stated in the resolution and subject to the conditions of approval in Exhibit A.
Okay, with that, we'll go ahead and do a motion in a second on the screen here. I'll go ahead and make a motion.
I'll second it.
If you could register that on the screen, and then, thank you, Commissioner Rose.
Motion carries unanimously, 4-0.
Okay. With that, this brings us to our second public hearing, which is tentative parcel map 39172, plan maps 2025-00025, a map to subdivide 12.21 acres into 6 parcels. Are there any planning commissioners that wishes to abstain or recuse themselves from this particular item? Seeing none, we will move on to staff presentation. Mr. Renamonki, I suppose it's you or or Jarrett, is it you, Mr. Ramaya?
You'll be hearing from Aaron this evening.
Okay, very good, Aaron.
All right. Well, good evening, Chairman Vrooman and members of the Planning Commission. It truly is an honor and a privilege to be able to present to you tonight and over the past years. Welcome to my edition of the Planning Staff Report. The project before you is a request by Murrieta KLC Holdings 130 LLC for the subdivision of 3 parcels into 6 parcels. It's that simple this evening. The project is generally located west of the intersection of Willow Springs Road and State Highway 79, also known as Winchester Road. The site's locations are shown in red on the image. The site is part of Adobe Springs Specific Plan. The site has a general plan designation of Business Park, and it is also zoned Business Park. The surrounding zoning to the north is Business Park, and there is a current building there with the Moose Lodge that is occupying it. To the east is State Highway 79 or Winchester Road, and just beyond that is a landscape yard that's in the county of Riverside. And to the west of the site is open space and single family 2. The project site is, as I said, is located within the Adobe Springs specific plan, which was approved by the City Council on December 20th, 2016, for residential, business park, and open space uses. The aerial image on the right shows the implementation of the residential portion of the specific plan already completed. The image on the left identifies the 3 business park lots shown in blue and labeled as PA4, PA5, and PA6. Those are the lots under discussion tonight. The tentative map reconfigures the underlying parcel map, parcels 2, 3, and 4. So the underlying parcel map is parcel map 36733. The reconfiguration results in 3 existing parcels being subdivided into 6 parcels, all within the footprints of the larger parcels established under the previous parcel map. I'll briefly describe each of the 3 parcel subdivisions shown in the slide. So parcel 2 will now be subdivided into what will now be parcel 1 and parcel 2. Those parcels will total 1.3 acres and 1.35 acres. Next is parcel 3, which will be subdivided into parcels 3 and 4, which will now total 0.45 acres and 3.1 acres. Lastly, parcel 4 will be subdivided into parcels 5 and 6, totaling 4.4 acres and 1.53 acres. These parcels comply with the business park general development standards for parcel size and parcel width. Future development of these lots will be required to comply with the standards of the Adobe Springs specific plan, also known as Willow Springs. That's the name of the residential development and the business park development. The standards applied to the project will be things such as floor area ratio, building heights, setbacks, permitted uses, architectural guidelines, and landscape requirements. Parcel 6 will remain undeveloped, designated as an area of avoidance for preservation of open space. The reduction in developable area is a direct outcome of dedicated portions of the original business park parcels to non-building uses, specifically detention basins and open space, being parcel 6. The City Council's December 2016 approval identifies that the area under discussion was already formally subdivided for the type of development, being business park, anticipated by this specific plan. This map before you this evening, tentative parcel map 39172, represents a further refinement of this land division consistent with the specific plan rather than an entirely new land division proposed on unmapped land. So the project did undergo a 15182 consistency analysis for CEQA for projects consistent with a specific plan and was found to be exempt. Given that, it is staff's recommendation that the Planning Commission consider and approve the notice of exemption and adopt a resolution approving the project subject to the conditions of approval and the findings for the project. And that concludes staff's presentation. I'm available for questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. Always do a good job on your Great job on your presentations. Thank you. This time I'll start to my left here. Commissioner Wojcik, do you have any questions of Mr. Renamaki?
Good evening, Aaron. Parcel 3 catches my attention because it's going to be 0.45 acres. So any idea what the intended proposed use? It's kind of a busy corridor to have a little half-acre site. Is that going to be a retention basin, or are they?
Yeah, Parcel 3 is going to be a water quality basin, and it's part of the site's master drainage plan. And that is for both the residential portion and the business park portion. So it won't be developed, but it is part of the overall master drainage plan for Adobe Springs.
Answer my question. Thank you.
Commissioner Rose.
I don't have any questions right now.
Commissioner LaPaglia.
Thanks, Aaron. No real questions for the project, but I am just curious on the intent. Like, what is the purpose for needing to subdivide into parcels? Like, what are they trying to achieve that they couldn't achieve without this?
So we're always curious about what the intent is, and we never, have certainty. But what we are seeing is that there is a desire for smaller lot uses, and so the request was to subdivide the properties, as you see, into smaller lots, and that would make it more sellable to specific commercial users that might be interested in purchasing smaller lots versus these larger ones as they are configured today.
Sure, but it still remains as one master plan or one specific plan, as you said, where all the lots kind of are still tied into each other, but they're all individually available?
That is correct, and they will still all be required to comply with the standards of the standards, goals, and vision of the specific plan.
So would that make them, will they be eligible to be developed separately, or will they have to be developed together?
Each of the lots can be developed separately, but they will still have to be developed consistent with the overall goal and plan that was envisioned when the City Council adopted it.
Okay. And so the first thing to go in would be that parcel 3 to maintain the stormwater discharge or the retention basin?
That basin is already there.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So it's already functioning for the single-family residences, but that will clear up parcel 4 for someone else to have the entirety of it to develop.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, the only question, just for clarification, so it basically looks at parcel 3 and parcel 6 aren't going to be used, and so it basically subdivides it into 4 usable parcels, and the current land, the applicant basically can sell those off individually and to an owner-occupied business or somebody that wants to develop it. Does that kind of summarize it?
Yes, you clarified it quite well, yes.
So the only real question I have for that is, do we know, I know this is just a parcel map, but would there be any vehicular access from Winchester Road to any of those parcels, or would they have to use Willow Springs or Lazy Hawk?
So,
if we know that, again, it's just a map, but.
No, so that's a very good question. So that is part of the map. And so if we looking at this map before us here and looking on Winchester Road, fronting parcels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5, are these little line dashes that front Winchester Road and each of the properties, those little line dashes. Those represent access restrictions. And so what that means is people will only be able to access these parcels from the interior. So if you're going to develop on parcel 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1, parcel 6 won't be developed. You will be entering the project site from Winchester onto Willow Springs Road and then accessing, the site from there via Willow Springs or Lazy Hawk. if we need to have emergency access for some reason and the site layout requires us to have some sort of driveway for emergency personnel off of Winchester Road, then the fire department would assess it at that time and determine whether or not that would be needed. But that would be the only reason why we would have an access point there. Or if Caltrans agreed to have an access point there, and they would have to go through the process of removing those access restrictions.
And just, you know, I guess just kind of looking at it in layman's terms and common sense wise, it probably wouldn't make sense to allow or have driveways there on Winchester Road for obvious reasons based upon the speed of the traffic, those type of things like that. And the common sense thing seems to be, you know, access from the interior, as you described it, from those, from the main roadway in there, and then where it curves and turns into Lazy Hawk. It's just a comment, no real question with that. But I do have a question. It looks like at the end of the cul-de-sac, if you will, because it's a business park, so you know, a tractor trailer or some larger type of vehicle wouldn't have the opportunity to make a U-turn there, so it would probably be limited to certain businesses, I would imagine, that wouldn't utilize a large delivery type of truck. I know it's just a parcel map, but I'm just kind of going down the...
No, that's very frank with development. So let's just say that we get a gas station. We're going to have to look at a turning radius template for a gas truck to enter and exit the site. Same will be required for the remaining parcels. They're going to have deliveries at different types of days with different types of trucks, but the engineering isn't here. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, we can bring them up. But we will analyze that carefully when we get future discretionary permits submitted to the department. That is a really big deal because not only do you have that, but site distance.
Right.
So when you have a lot of street furniture and signage and other things, there's a lot of things that we have to take into account. But turning radiuses are a very important thing. We even take into account the height of the canopy of the gas station to make sure there's no interference with the trucks and their turning radius. But we will be spot on with that analysis when we review subsequent permits.
So obviously, any type of, it would come under scrutiny with those concerns that you have, you know, based on the particular project now that it's subdivided into basically 4 usable lots, and each one we'll take a look at separately as to what plans on going in there.
Yeah, I'm proud to say our engineering department works carefully with our traffic consultant, and we will make sure that we review that carefully. It's a big deal because every business gets deliveries, so it's very common.
Right. Okay. I have no more questions. Is the applicant, I'm sorry?
I have one more.
Okay. Commissioner Wojcik.
Aaron, looking at the other slide that you have, the overhead slide, yeah. So parcel 6 has no access other than through parcel 5. Is that accurate?
That's correct.
Okay.
It's going to be open space.
Right, but in case somebody needs to access it to maintain it, how would they get there? If, let's say, 5 were to sell off at some point, I assume there's no reciprocal easement between the 2 lots.
So that's a good question.
Or is there?
And we did think of that.
All right.
So the engineering department has conditioned the project to provide reciprocal access between parcels 5 and 6. And when development is proposed for parcel 5, we will be incorporating that access to make sure that that they have an area to park and provide a truck or whatever is needed so that maintenance can get there and those sorts of things can be performed with the gate.
Thank you.
Okay. If nobody has any other clarifying questions, is the applicant here tonight, or would they like to address the commission?
The applicant is here this evening. There is no presentation planned. We did work with them on presenting them with the draft conditions of approval. We thoroughly vetted them out together, and they have agreed to the conditions of approval as you have seen them before you in your packet.
Okay, very good. We'll go ahead and open up public testimony. It's 6:37 p.m. Madam Secretary, do we have any public comments, starting with proponents, then opponents, and then neutral in that order?
Seeing none.
Okay. With that, I'll open up for any comments by my fellow commissioners before we look for a motion and a second. Actually, we'll have Mr. Steele read the resolution, but any comments or anything?
I'm good, Chair. No comments.
Okay. Mr. Steele, would you, please?
Yes, Chair. I'll read the recommendation. The recommendation is consider and approve the notice of exemption for residential, commercial, and mixed-use projects that are consistent with an adopted specific plan pursuant to the guidelines for the implementation of the California Environmental Quality Act, Section 15182, Title 14, Division 6, Chapter 3 of the California Code of Regulations, and Public Resources Code, Section 21083.3. And adopt a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Murrieta to approve tentative parcel map 39172, a map subdividing 12.21 acres totaling 3 parcels into 6 parcels based on the findings and subject to the conditions of approval in Exhibit A.
Okay, with that, looking for a motion and a second.
I'll make the motion. Oh,
I'll withdraw it.
okay.
Give you the glory.
Completed.
Let's get there.
Motion carries unanimously. 4-0.
Okay, very good. This finishes both of our public hearings. City planner comments. I'll start with Commissioner LaPaglia.
No comments. Thanks, staff, for the presentation tonight. Good to see everybody. It's been a while, and hope to see you all again soon.
Commissioner Rose.
No comments, thank you.
Mr. Wojcik.
I miss everyone in here, so are we going to be coming back sooner or later? That's a question for staff.
The only comment I have is I saw Commissioner LaPaglia there. Last week we went to the State of the City address at the Murrieta Hot Springs Resort, and Mayor Warren did a fine job in highlighting the city. We got a lot going on, a lot of great things coming on board to support our city and our citizens, and our public safety departments were highlighted there as well too, as well as all the staff. And so department heads, many of the department heads were there, and so Mr. Chantaratsu, I know I saw you there. But all good things for the city, so it was a pleasure to be there. So it was last week. So that's my only comment. City Attorney, do you have?
I have nothing to add tonight. Just happy to be back.
All right. City Planner. I know I went out of order here, but City Planner.
A number of us attended the statewide planning conference a couple weeks ago. A lot of information to share there. The state has passed a myriad of new laws, and we will come and give you guys a training on that probably in January. So look forward to that. And we do have some more projects coming soon. So yeah, looking forward to more meetings with you all. I know it's been a while, but appreciate you guys being here and appreciate your work tonight. Thank you very much.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Steele. With no further business, could I get a consensus to adjourn the meeting? I see the thumbs up here. We're going to go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 6:41 p.m.